Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, some of you may or may not be following the Nigerian Big Brother, but even if you are not following the Nigerian Big Brother, most of you almost certainly will be aware of the storyline of Khafi Kareem. Khafi Kareem, if you are not aware, is a British police officer, a British female police officer of Nigerian descent, who took leave from the Metropolitan Police in England to go to Nigeria to go and appear on Big Brother. Now, since she has been appearing on Big Brother, she has been getting up to all sorts of antics, having all sorts of physical contacts with male members of the house. So I'll leave it at that, so you can from there deduce what I mean by that, having physical contacts with male members of the house. So, and I'm talking about close quarter, intimate physical contact. So you should already know what that means. So now this has caused a lot of controversy all over Nigeria and all over the United Kingdom as well, to the point that this girl is never off the news, with the Metropolitan Police saying that they are going to discipline her when she comes back, and she's almost certain to be asked to leave her post, because of course this is not the sort of image that the Metropolitan Police want attached to their brand effectively. So this is not the sort of association that they want to have with the Metropolitan Police. So now this Khafi Kareem lady, I think she's missed the ball a little bit, because she's quite a high profile police officer. She's featured as amongst the top 100 police officers in the United Kingdom, to the point of being photographed with the police chief. She's even used as a recruiting agent to tap into the ethnic minority group, to say that a black woman can be a police officer too. So she's a real poster girl of the Metropolitan Police, and so she's decided to sacrifice all of that to go and appear on Nigerian Big Brother. And not only has she gone to appear on Nigerian Big Brother, she's now doing the things that she's been videoed. It's not even alleged now, because obviously, you know, in the Big Brother house there are cameras everywhere. So she's now doing all these intimate things with all these boys in the Big Brother house. So with all that preamble, guys, I bring you this. BB Niger embattled Khafi Gedoni in another SEX act. So that's the headline. Big Brother Niger embattled Khafi Gedoni in another SEX act. So that's the headline. So let's just get quickly into it. Another video has gone viral showing two Big Brother Niger housemates, Khafi and Gedoni, having SEX for the third time since the commencement of the reality show some weeks ago. So that Khafi again is the British police officer. Gedoni and Khafi first had this physical encounter in the house on July 20th and again on July 23rd. They performed the act under the sheets as other housemates were dead asleep, but this time around Esther and Frood watched them as the lovebirds moved their bodies in ecstasy under the duvet. There are reports that Khafi, who works for the UK police, might be sanctioned for not obtaining permission to feature on the show. So now this is pretty much the caption of this, but as I said, now this girl has now made a choice on the future direction of her life, because her salary as a Metropolitan Police officer will be about £30,000 thereabout. I think maybe less after tax, so it'll be around £30,000, which will be about 13 million naira in our own Nigerian currency. So her annual salary will be about 13 million naira. So now I think this girl has now made that calculation that, look, I am happy to give up that £30,000, which is not going to really lead me anywhere, and I'm going to take my chances on the Nigerian Big Brother space, because if I make enough of a name for myself, and then I'm able to earn that 13 million naira even in a month. So she can pretty much earn her salary, her annual salary in a month off the back of this Big Brother thing. So this is the calculation that she is making. But then, of course, the sort of way that she's being presented on that Nigerian Big Brother is something really that might not serve her in the long run. But then who am I to say? Because this now seems to be the future direction of the Nigerian social space. We all saw what Etinosa did on Instagram, and she's not suffered for it. And then we've all seen all these people now showing all these pictures without clothes on all over the social media space. They've not suffered for it. So there's a lot of this now going on. This now seems to be the future direction. Now it's now who can shock the most now, because we were first shocked by the Etinosa thing, and then we moved on, and then another person would do like a full-on what's that, something Lawani, is it Tony Lawani or somebody that's been featuring all over the social media space. We've all seen the pictures. Nobody is batting an eye anymore. So now they are now looking now to push that shock value even further now. So now this girl now doing these things in the Big Brother house now, is she going to suffer a backlash? Then, or what sort of she is going to suffer a backlash? Let's just accept that, because of course the UK police are going to take a view that this is not the sort of face that we want to present to the public as our public face. So she might well get sanctioned. She's almost certainly going to leave that job, maybe even get sacked. I'm not quite sure how it's going to happen, but some form of sanction will take place there. But then going forward from that, leaving that to one side, what sort of repercussion really is she going to suffer in the long run? She will suffer a reputational repercussion almost certainly, because we've all seen her now in the Big Brother house doing all these nasties with some random boy. So we've seen that. So she will have that name association as well. So her future relationships will be blighted by that. So that's another element. But then really the short to the medium term, what is the effect? I feel that this girl will come out of this by making a lot of money, and if she decides to double down and say this is just how she's going to go forward, and she's arrogant about it and just embraces it and celebrates it and say so what, she can ride that storm to a lot of money. So now how this now plays out, and by the way that Nigerians, there is sucker for the British accent, and she's a British born Nigerian person. So when she goes on these media houses and she's talking all this phone that they used to cajole and majority Nigerians, they will just fall butter in her hands. So this is how it's going to play out for this girl by my reckoning. But what is your reckoning? Conversations in the comment section is what I am inviting. What the policeman did in the Big Brother house is a topic of discussion. The British police officer, a British police officer no less. And by the way, before I just round off, this news, by the way, is really making a lot of wave all over the world, really, because there's a right-wing newspaper in the United Kingdom called the Daily Mail who has picked up this story. And this newspaper, they are never backwards in coming forwards in having a poke at the black person to say, look, this is what they are like, this is what they are like. So they are already running commentaries along that line, but they are always subtle. They won't go directly and say this is what they are like. So they will go and say, they will use all our pictures and say this person of Nigerian parents who had a bad past, and that dad was this and that. So they will paint her dark and then color her bad. So this is what they are already doing in the United Kingdom, with the Daily Mail leading the charge on that. So now this girl is now giving them even more further to fan the flames of this Yawa that she's creating, because she's not aware, of course, that this is what is going on in the public space. She's just thinking that, okay, I'm in the Big Brother house, I'm making a name for myself. I'll come out and then I'll get some brand deals, photo opportunities, magazines, interviews. The usual payouts that comes off the back of all these reality show appearances. So this is her thinking, but of course she doesn't know what is going on in the outside world. And this is really the beauty of that Big Brother system. So they put these people in isolation, and you see them in their real element, you see them really for who they are, because nobody really really goes through that sort of program without really showing to the core who they really are. And this girl now is not showing to the core who she really is, but really, at least she seems to be doing this with only one guy, which is the one saving grace that she has. So she can say that she fell for the guy and all whatnot. So she's not serving up all the boys, which it will be another story. But her serving herself up in this manner on the Big Brother house is not something really that would bode well for her career as a police officer. So that certainly we can all agree on. And another thing, the police have actually said that she requested for leave of absence to go on this program, and they refused her. So this is what the Metropolitan Police said, that she requested for a leave of absence to go on this program, and they refused her because really they don't really want, they would not just the Nigerian Big Brother, they would not allow a police officer to go on the UK Big Brother, the America or any other Big Brother, because this is not really the way you want a police officer presented, you know. So this is not how they want to present their institution, you know. So she requested that leave and they said no, but she went anyway. Maybe they granted her the leave, I think. I'm not quoting directly now, I'm just guessing because I read this a while ago. So I think they might have granted her that leave but refused her permission to go on the show. But she went on the show anyway. It's an unpaid leave that she took, but unpaid or not, her last salary might well be the last salary that she receives from the Metropolitan Police, because they seem to be taking quite a firm and an aggressive stance on this one, and I have some sympathy with that, because you don't really want a police officer doing the things that this girl is being seen doing on the Big Brother house. So now conversations in the comment section is what I am inviting, and before you come join me to have that conversation in the comment section, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come let's have a chat about what Khafi did in the Big Brother house in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, carry on with you there, but here I say peace.